proposal. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. So this is my thesis proposal. The title of my thesis is The Influence of Entrepreneurship Education, Adversity Quotient, Need for Achievement of Students, and Entrepreneurial Intention. These are the topics that I'm gonna talk about in this occasion. The first one about research background, the second one about theoretical review, then research methods, and the summary. Chapter 1. We're gonna talk about research background. So what is the background of my research? The background of my research is the first one because the low number of entrepreneurs in Indonesia. According to Kementerian Koperasi and UKM, in 2020, the number of Indonesian entrepreneurs is only 3.5% of population, which is so less. If we compare to another country like Malaysia, China, Singapore, and Japan, Indonesia is so less of number of entrepreneurs. If we see in this, Malaysia has 5% of its population. Then China is around 10%, Singapore is about 7%, and Japan is about 11%. Next. And then students are still reluctant to become an entrepreneur and prefer to be civil servant. This is true because based on my preliminary survey that is dated in 87 students, the results were obtained that only 23% of students vote to become entrepreneur, which is still so less for university students. Then here we go. This is the research problems and research objectives. The research problems is there any educational influence entrepreneurial towards intention students entrepreneurship? Number 2, is there an effect of adversity quotient on entrepreneurial intentions college student? 3, is there any influence of need for achievement against intentions of student entrepreneurship? And then research objectives. Based on the problems, here are the objectives of this research. The influence between educational entrepreneurship education, and influence between adversity quotient, need for achievement to entrepreneurial intentions of the students. Chapter 2. Chapter 2, we're gonna talk about theoretical review. Learning program, the first one is about entrepreneur education. What is entrepreneur education? Entrepreneur education is learning program that aims to shape and foster an entrepreneurial spirit. Entrepreneurship education intended to impart knowledge, skills, and the values needed to find business prospects, as well monitor and develop new ventures, according to Brown. And what is the indicators of entrepreneurship education? These are 4 indicators of entrepreneurship education. The first one is what methods that use in entrepreneurship education, and the second one is what material that has given, then the teaching objectives, then can make the higher awareness of entrepreneurship. The next one, we're going to talk about adversity quotient. What is adversity quotient? Adversity quotient is the intelligence to turn difficulties, obstacles, and challenges into big opportunities. According to Firmansyah, says that AQ is an attitude entrepreneurship is a reflection of how far a person's performance is in facing challenges and solving problems in developing his business. Then, what is indicators of adversity quotient? These are four indicators of adversity quotient. The first one is control, original ownership, reach, and endurance. The next one is need for achievement. What is need for achievement? The need for achievement is an attempt to achieve success with overcome all obstacles, produce high quality work, and can compete to be the best. According to Karabulut, argues that those who have high number of need for achievement, that person can have high number of entrepreneurial intentions also. They are excited to be successful and want to show yourself as an entrepreneur who can build successful business in a competitive market. And what indicators of need for achievement? These are five indicators. First one, be responsible, true, and consider the risk. Expect for the feedback, be creative and innovative, pay attention to finish the task, and has the intention to be the best. The last one, we're gonna talk about entrepreneurial intention. What is entrepreneurial intention? The theory of plain behavior by Adsons. Intention is the result of how individuals behave towards an object, the values that are emphasized by the social environment, and beliefs selves to achieve an opportunity to realize and calculate the success of these intentions. Entrepreneurial intentions is a self-competence that refers to desire within do something related to entrepreneurship, according to Rita. These are four indicators of entrepreneurial intention. First one, desires, preference, plans, and behavior expectancies. So, what is the theory framework and hypothesis of my research? You can see in this diagram, this is my theoretical framework, and the first hypothesis is entrepreneurship education has positive and significant effect towards entrepreneurial intention. The second one is adversity quotient has positive and significant effect towards entrepreneurial intentions. The last one, need for achievement has positive and significant effect towards entrepreneurial intentions. Chapter 3, place and time of the research. The place of my research will be due in Jakarta, and the time will be on March till April 2021. The research approach, obviously quantitative with survey, and data collection techniques with questionnaire, BPS data, and articles. Population and sample. Population, all undergraduate university students in Jakarta, and has been taking entrepreneurship subject. The sample, first one, undergraduate university students in Jakarta. The age is between 17 till 22 years old, and the third one has been taking entrepreneurship subject. The technique of taking the sample is purposive sampling. And we're gonna talk about dependent and independent variable. The dependent variable of my research is entrepreneurial intention, and the independent variable is entrepreneurship education, diversity quotient, and need for achievement. Data measurement techniques. I'm using Likert scale to measure the data, which has 5 is agree, not agree, dislike, agree, and otherwise. And then indicators operational, dependent variable, entrepreneurship intention. My professional goal is to become entrepreneurs. I will make every effort to start and run my own company. And like that. This one also. And here we go to analyze data techniques. I'm using 5 techniques of analyzes the data. First one is validity test and reliability test, normality test, multicollinearity test, heteroscedasticity test. And for analyzes the data, I'm using simple linear regression. What is simple linear regression? Simple linear regression analysis is an analytical tool used for measure the influence between the independent variable and dependent variable. Simple linear regression equation to measure variable x against variable y. Namely, y is a plus bx. This one also for hypothesis test. I'm using t-test, a-test, and determination coefficient. Thank you for participating. If you have any questions of my proposal thesis, you can write down here. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.